The player who's farthest away from home against the player who's very close to home. As for predictions, I'm not prepared to make one. I think it's very tough to determine who will win this. Obviously on the head-to-heads, as we've explored, Robertson has got a very good record against Selby. In fact, he's won 10 of his last 12 meetings with the Jester, but never right off Selby. You do so, Alan, at your peril.
Thanks, guys. Ready when you're up. Thank you.
Yeah, nice handshake. Big evening ahead, big crowd in.
Neil Robertson to break.
Off we go. Yeah, it's a tough call, isn't it? There's a brave man. Well, I'm not very brave. I had to predict it with Big Rob there, but yeah, it's a coin flip job, isn't it? I think this one. But it's going to be super entertaining, I know that.
No prediction from me, but a wish that it's a repeat of the 2020 semi-final in this tournament. 6-5 to Robertson. 6 frames were won with centuries, and there was never more than a frame in it. Something like that tonight. That would suit us down to the ground.
There's Joe Perry in the background. Now, this red that Neil's looking at up the right half of the table, it's near straight as far as a pot. And what that means is that it's usually a double kiss with a push up and down, so that's why he's not playing it. Now there's a bonus.
1.
Is he on the blue? I don't think so.
He could see the blue, but not enough of it to pot it. So the fluke, and then the really good black, and things could develop here with another good pot.
Nine.
It's actually landed perfection if he wants to play the split. Players tend not to do that as much as perhaps they used to, and he's not doing. He's twice across for the red by the black.
$11. 12.
Being a left-hander, he
19.
played that to perfection. The fact that he can reach this without the rest now. The blue's not great. So trying to play for a half ball yellow, but
20.
he's not got it. So perhaps barring a double on the red, the loose one, be end the break. Yeah, decent effort. That'll be end the break this time.
22. Neil Robertson, 22.
Robertson's game plan obviously shouldn't be reckless, but certainly it should be aggressive. Doesn't want to get sucked in. He said that in his pre-match interview.
1.
Oh, but that was superb from Selby.
One. Mark Selby.
Alan, cardinal sin, missed blacks off the spot.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. He's normally very good concentration-wise when playing cannons of that nature. I actually think he's taken on the more difficult pot of the two available here. That's a sign. But not this time.
And you know, in that win over John Higgins in the quarter-final, yes, there's no doubt Robertson played very nicely, but he did miss a couple of reds to that pocket, in fact, to that very same jaw.
Yeah, I was just surprised that the red near the left middle offered guaranteed good cue ball, and it wasn't bailing out. It was just a better percentage shot.
One.
Now, here's another indication of why this might well be close. So far in the tournament, they've potted 279 balls each. And their total points is pretty close as well.
Seven. Eight.
Well, I said their total points was very close. In fact, you can't get closer.
12.
1,006 for both players. Although Selby will surely edge ahead at this visit.
$13.
Oh, would you believe it? It's end of break. The cue ball just kept on going.
It's touching ball, please declare.
I say end of break. I mean, I know he could pot the blue, but there's no point, really.
On the replay there, you actually saw Selby flinch a little when the cue ball hit the side cushion. He believes he got a big bounce there. Regardless, he's been very unlucky to finish where he has.
Mark Selby, 13.
been an edgy start. I just wonder if Neil's setting Mark up for a fall with the shot he's just played. I think he's hoping that Mark plays a safety to deep bulk, but he's definitely going to leave one. That's what he's checking. It's usually Mark that lays those traps. And that's why he's going to keep the cue ball down this end. You can't kid a kidder. Oh, well, I thought he was, but not saying it's a good chance, far from it, but he's actually played quite a good shot there as Mark in defence.
When these two met in the quarter-final of the World Championship 5 years ago, the first frame of that match was epic. A marathon that lasted around an hour. Selby won it, went on to lead 5-0, eventually prevailed 13-7. I think that contest made Neil Robertson realise that he couldn't duke it out. He had to try and outscore and outpot his opponent. And I think that will be his modus operandi going forward. But Alan's right. The early exchanges have been edgy.
One.
Yeah, good pot, but I just do think that Neil's in the sort of nick that can overcome the odd 5 or 10 minute period of, as you say, Phil, duking it around and his safety battles. I think he's playing well enough to cover it and handle it. That's clean, isn't it? Beautiful shot. Definitely looks far more like the player that we used to win in tournaments year in, year out.
Yes, if you dissect their head-to-head even more, everything points to Robertson. He's won both of their meetings in the Champion of Champions. He's 6-2 up in their career semi-finals.
Neil Robertson, 5.
Yeah, an accusing look at the blue. That was the culprit there. He just couldn't get settled on the shot. Yeah, that's all that was. It was so awkward. How can Mark punish him this time?
One. 7. Eight.
The table's playing at a lovely pace now, even more so than yesterday. Look at it there. Just that gliding out thing that we call it. Weather's been behaving itself a bit more today in Leicester. And that does help.
11.
But it is, the table looks lovely.
$17.
The awkwardness of the black doing Selby no favours. Even though the blue is in close proximity to a pocket, that's a problem also, but he's got enough options.
$18. 24. 25.
Semi-blind pocket, that. Pretty good pot.
Yeah, 28.
Mark Selby fans will be pleased to see this stat. In the tournament, he's attempted 14 pots with the rest, and he's completed all 14.
$29.
Yeah, I'll be pleased with that shot. The optimum angle just about on the pink. Got to use pace, but shouldn't be a problem. Nicely done.
35.
Should be routine. Yellow and green are required.
$37. 40.
A low scoring, scrappy, but that won't concern Mark Selby in the slightest. A win's a win, Alan.
44.
Yeah, and if anything else, to be honest with you, it's the perfect start. It's take a wee bit of wind out the sails of Neil. 2 for the price of 1. Good start.
Mark Selby 44. Andy first frame.
We don't know about the last laugh, but we do know the jester has got the first laugh.
Thank you. The second frame, Mark Selby to break.
Mark Selby would love to press home the feeling that there really is no place like home. He has won tournaments in Leicester before. Last season's Invitation Championship League, also the WST Classic, a ranking event. But one of those was played behind closed doors. The other was played in front of spectators only for the final day. Nothing of this magnitude.
One.
Yeah, pity. The only reason he's not on the black is he potted the red on the thin side off the far jaw. Fantastic temperament though, doesn't he? Not one shred of disappointment in his facial expression.
Mark Selby. One.
There is no path through for the red that Selby just took a quick look at. But he might put Robertson in trouble after this. Okay, there's a red close to a pocket. He has to be careful, but the white only just limping past the blue line.
Yeah, this time it gives Neil a chance to play a more aggressive safety, probably behind green. There is an option for Mark. This is the type of shot, actually, that Judd Trump's been having some trouble with. Having gone to a titanium ferrule, Mark's got Old Faithful. And in she goes. Crisp, wasn't it?
One.
Beautiful pot.
It's a very satisfying sound, isn't it? That thwack against the back of the pocket when they go in so cleanly.
Six. 7.
Yeah, he'll just play for that red on near the right corner again. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little unfair to talk about this as being the
13.
grinder against the scorer, because in matches between the two of them, Selby's made more centuries than Robertson.
$17. $18.
Yeah, that was a better shot than it looked. And now we can properly get to work. Maybe one of these ones here where he might, as they tend to do, play on a couple of reds. Yeah.
$25. $26.
Brilliant. Wasn't essential, but now he can, if he wants to, just play the little brush cannon. Be a wee bit annoying to miss it.
33. $34. $41. $42.
Yeah, the good news is that the one at the bottom of the cluster looks like that goes to right corner. You can see it there. So that helps him. Just checking it. He might just be able to release it even more. Not that he has to.
49. $50.
Getting ever closer to doubling his advantage. He will fully expect to do so at this trip to the table.
$57. 58.
So the black, which should be a formality, plus one more red, will leave Robertson requiring snookers.
Ah, that was a lovely shot. Also, more
65.
evidence that the table's playing exactly as you would want it to. Look at the zip on it here
66.
after contact with the small cluster. And it goes zip, zip. There you go. Beautiful.
$73. $74.
Selby highlighted his first round win over Stephen Maguire with a break of 122. In beating Mark Williams 6-5 in the quarterfinals from
80.
5-4 down. Selby's highest break was 136. He is scoring,
81.
as you have to in the modern game, Alan, pretty well.
Yeah, the other thing that he's doing, I mean, he's doing most of the scoring now, obviously. He's going along about 24, 25 seconds a shot. But the other thing I think he's been able to achieve, not
88.
all of the first couple of frames, but largely he's been able to take the sting out of Neil, who he will know is in good form.
89.
There is an art at being able to blunt your opponent. No one's better.
$94.
One of those weeks where we've seen so many breaks in the 90s and the 80s. This could be another that falls just short, unless he can slot this one down the rail.
95.
Pinged it.
$95. $100. $102.
Marcel there thinking, what was he doing? It was already on the hooks.
105.
Yeah, the rest is on the hooks. If Robertson were to lose the next frame, he'd be on the ropes very quickly. Really good start from
109.
Selby.
Strange old bunch, these snooker players, honestly. It must have been the way that the extender dress was sitting in the hooks he didn't like, so he moved it.
114.
They're moving into a 2-0 lead, in command at the moment.
120.
Mark Selby has made a century break in every tournament he's played this season. And there's another one to the total. Looking very good.
Neil Robertson to break.
The Thunder from down under is far too experienced to be overly concerned at the moment. But he knows that he can't afford to let Selby build up a real head of steam. 2-0, that's manageable. 3-0 would be a genuine worry. And that's why exploiting this chance after being kept cold for a while is crucial.
One. The green ball. Four. Five.
Now, in an ideal world, he'd like a low black and split them now with the insurance of the other red, but I don't think he can get a low black. No.
13. $20. 21.
Yeah, I wonder if he's read conditions tonight and thinking he can zip through these. You see, they're so good at that. That's unlucky. I mean, this will be the
28.
devil's own reach to get to this red with a spider. Yeah, that is unlucky.
There's not a spider rest been invented that would make this one palatable. He might be helped slightly by the fact he's left-handed, but even that is just a horrible shot, and sighting this because he's stretching over again is a problem.
Yeah, no problem.
He's so far away from the shot, Alan, it's not beyond the bounds of possibility he could pop this and foul.
Yeah. The problem is that his head position is going to be about 8 feet away from the cue ball itself. It's difficult for him to know how much space is underneath the bottom of his ferrule and the top of the red. You just don't have a visual of it from where he's going to be.
Take it away. It is not touching. Neil Robertson 28.
Leaving the table a source of annoyance. But weighing everything up percentage-wise, I think it made sense. That was such a horrible shot.
Yeah, it wasn't the best shot that Neil's ever played. I must confess. I mean, I know he's hasn't left anything easy, far from it, but yeah, I don't think he's going to have a go at a red, but yeah, just deciding to keep it tight, understandably. That's what Zintong couldn't do last night against Judd Trump. He didn't recognise where he was in the match. 2-0 in front, he went for a couple of, I think, harebrained long reds and paid the price. Not so much a criticism, just an observation that Zintong has still got a lot to learn at this level.
Less to learn for Selby. When it comes to this kind of situation, what he doesn't know, he can write on the back of a very small postage stamp.
Yeah, well, I mean, there it was there. I'm not saying he's played the correct shot, the one but he's conscious. Don't give Neil an easy way back into the match. He had a long straight red there that was about 10 times easier than the red that Zintong attempted last night. Certainly the one in frame 4. I know everyone plays different, I get it, but part of your job's to make the other guy's job difficult. And now Mark gets his chance. Got the power if he wants to go the straight one deep screw for Brown. This time Neil gets exactly what he's been waiting for.
Yeah, pink and black partially stymied, but he'll take it gladly.
One. Six. Seven. $13. 14.
one of the game's most abundant scorers
20.
in this kind of situation. You do not expect him to mess up.
21. Seven. 28.
Shouldn't be a problem, but it was certainly expecting to be probably another foot nearer to the pink. So he should get it, but marginally missable. No problem. Yeah, it's been good, this. One of those chances that was
34.
a must convert, and he has done.
35.
Looking at the scoreboard, that will tell him this simple pink, at least it should be simple, will leave Selby requiring a snooker. Of course, everyone who plays Selby very mindful. You don't want a pot frame ball. You want a pot frame ball plus 1, 2, or even 3.
$41. 42. 46. Neil Robertson, 46, and the
Not
third
the best, but the mistake came far too late to make any difference. And so Neil Robertson takes his first step in the semi.
B2 break.
It will determine who plays Judd Trump in the final of the Champion of Champions tomorrow. Judd Trump is an ever-present in this tournament. The only other ever-present is Mark Selby, the man breaking off. But while Trump has enjoyed success in the Champion of Champions, Mark Selby has never gone deeper than the semi-finals. He's lost at this stage 3 times.
One.
And while it was a good pot from Robertson, Alan, Selby will despise that break-off.
I pass it on, yeah. I pass that on. 4.
Well, you know the old adage about snooker being played in smoky billiard halls. No one's smoking in there. We're not allowed to. But for some reason, there is a little bit of a haze, which Robertson is not best pleased with.
5.
Yeah, the break-off, just going back to, it's so vital these days, isn't it? Mark Williams, He seemed to have it figured out
10.
earlier this week against Mark Selby. Not the kind of pot that he's been missing of late.
Neil Robertson. 10.
It was well wide of the mark as well, much too thick.
It is a small sample size, but Robertson not as sharp tonight as he has been. Yeah, Selby's 3 unsuccessful semi-final appearances in this tournament. He was beaten by Stuart Bingham, by his opponent tonight, Neil Robertson, and by his prospective opponent tomorrow, Judd Trump.
Yeah, the cover's giving Neil a problem. It's not easy to play the thin safety and keep the cue ball near the left corner and balk. Anything on the right half of the table, he's bound to leave one. Not the worst result, considering that red chase back up table. Oh, that is outstanding. The fact that he almost had to, you hardly ever play it at that kind of pace. Similar to the long red that Robbo potted in the last frame with John Higgins. The style of it, anyway. Now, can he make good on it with another good pot?
Yeah.
At times tonight, both players have been positionally unlucky. This one, I think it would be a stretch to say it's in no man's land, but there is nothing easy. And now Selby's perfect record with the rest is again up for scrutiny. "19 out of 19 with the rest in the tournament. Many of them tonight with the extended rest.
5. 6.
Oh, that is a gorgeous little shot. That really is. I mean, I know he's not right
11.
in behind the red, but to get on it around straight was top class.
Twelve.
Just get the pot, guaranteed position on the red near the black. No, played that nicely.
$16. $17.
There's an ominous rhythm to Selby's game this evening.
24.
Not too slow, not too fast, just measured. Gives off the vibes of being extremely determined.
$25.
This is awkward to get on the next red. He might just gamble here with pace. Full face of the pink. Hold the cue ball somewhere in the middle of the table. I played the controlled one and it's gone wrong. That was, yeah, it was very tricky, that. He just couldn't bring himself to
30.
play it with pace and trust to luck. Mind you, where the green is, if you're Mark's opponent, you fully expect to be snookered after this shot. Going behind yellow for him, that was
Mark's
a poor
out.
one.
30.
Look at Mark sitting in his chair there. He sat back in it now. He was kind of sat forward, almost waiting, couldn't wait to get back to the table. Yeah, he's in the mood tonight.
Sometimes containment is the only ambition, but it's not a case that's fully contained.
One.
This green's a massive shot. He should get it, but there's pressure on it.
Clean as a whistle.
Five. Ten.
Okay, get nicely on the black should win the frame. That'll do.
11.
And with the table playing as nicely as it is, if you can cannon the middle red of the 5, it shouldn't be an issue winning the frame now. Just get the cue ball spinning, just somehow get the middle one of the 5. Brilliant.
$18.
I know he can play better, Mark, but as I said, he's in
19.
the mood and he starves you of quality table time. I know Neil's had a few chances here and there, but every time you come to the table, you've got a problem to deal with. It wears on you.
$26. $27.
Just making sure, looking at the scoreboard in the arena.
$34.
For all intents and purposes, home and dry in frame 4.
$35.
And while Robertson undoubtedly has the better head-to-head record, must be remembered, Selby's beaten him on some really major occasions. UK Championships, World Championships, Tour Championships. And in the final of the Masters 12 years ago.
42. $43. $50. $51. $57. Neil Robertson, 4. Mark Selby.
The yellow did not
57.
matter. Mark Selby, playing at home, is halfway home in this semi-final. At the interval, he leads.
So one settling down again. Of course, it's retrievable from here. It's best of 11, but it's going to have to start soon.
Fixed now. Thank you. It's frame 5. Neil Robertson to break.
Two very proud competitors. I'm sure Robertson not happy with how things have gone so far, but there's time yet for this to turn.
Yeah, of the two players, I think, coming into the semi-final, all the stats would have been in favour of Neil Robertson for sure. Scoring freely, playing a lot of confidence. But it's all on the night, isn't it? He has started off very slow so far. Max Selby has been doing all the running possible. Pot on here into the left corner. He needs something to get himself going, Neil Robertson. Going to be a long pot. Cue ball's going in, is it?
Foul.
It is.
Mark Selby, 4.
Well, as you say, he missed the pot by a long way. It was a rather strange enough in the end, but Red was sort of roaming around the table. Well, the safety tonight has favoured Selby, and again, that's an error from Robertson.
One.
He judged the pace of that lovely, didn't he? Just had to tread it through. And as a young man, only 10 years of age, come all the way from Kidderminster with his dad there in the front row. I was speaking to him earlier. The highest break of 55, Dave. It's pretty good, isn't it, for a 10-year-old?
Wow, yeah. Absolutely. I think at that age, Ken, you were standing on the biscuit tin, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
8.
Stopped using that now a couple of weeks ago.
Nine.
He's got plenty of options here. There's a few loose reds, and even that red at the bottom of the pack is available, I think, as well. What's he going to do here? Yeah, playing the loose ones. Maybe tidy up a couple of these in the open. Maybe use
16.
that one right at the bottom of the pack into this right corner in a few shots' time.
17. $24.
I think so often we assume matches against the great modern players are all going to be close. But the fact is, they're so good, either one can outplay the other. Particularly if one is not quite on it, and Neil Robertson hasn't been this evening.
Top. 25.
Hard to believe Selby's never actually been in the final of the Champion of Champions. This is his 4th semi-final.
Yeah, that is a stat that's hard to believe that he hasn't reached the final. Yeah, I'm
32.
sure he would love to, particularly being from Leicester.
$33.
He doesn't have to split the pack off the blue. He can if he wishes, but as I said, that red at the bottom of the pack is available into the right corner. May just play on that. No, he's gone full-blooded. Sort of had the opportunity. Now, hold on. The blue has gone back on its spot. Is he going to cover this red? I think he's going to be okay for this red into the middle. That was a
38.
perfect split.
39.
Now, watch this shot. Had the opportunity. Thought, might as well go into them now. I've got a great angle. And it's worked out a treat. Great shot.
$44. $45.
I suppose there's a little lesson in that, a little shot, the split of the blue, that when you do get the opportunity, rather than sort of picking off just loose reds, get the balls open as quickly as you can.
$52. $53.
Yeah, a little bit of work to do. He would have loved that cue ball just to run another couple of inches towards this top cushion, have a better angle on the black. So he's got to work this cue ball off a couple of cushions here. Oh, looks a bit soft off that cushion. Has he made it? He just about. Good shot. Had to avoid
60.
those reds on the left-hand side. If he cannoned into one of them, he wouldn't have been on this red. Judged it beautifully.
61.
Looking very good, Mark Selby, at the moment.
Yeah, this, of course, is the start to the mini session Neil Robertson was looking for, but he left a red to left centre, as we saw. And now this red, and it should be 4-1 to the local man.
66. $67.
So the fans here at the Mattioli Arena in Mark Selby's home city are wondering, I'm sure, if they're going to see him tomorrow against Judd Trump. Not there yet, but this has been a terrific break. Very positive as well.
72.
No holding back. And really piling the pressure on the shoulders of Robertson to find some sort of response. It's going to have to happen really in the next frame. He can't afford to go 5-1 down, you wouldn't think.
73.
Can he get the split here in the reds? Oh, got it too full, not enough pace. Might be touching ball.
80. Touching ball.
So hit as hard as you can here and hope for something to go in. Calling all pockets.
Well, it's a really good
Selby,
80 from Mark Selby,
Different.
who pulls even further in front. He's only 2 away now from the final. He leads 4-1.
And that'll be the last thing Mark Selby would have wanted. After winning that frame, kept his opponent in the chair. Last pot for Neil Robertson, coming up to 26 minutes. Needs to go past that balk line with the cue ball. If it does, he has a shot, and it has done. Can he get on one of these reds down near the black?
The yellow ball.
This looks good. very, very good.
3. Four.
Well, we all know what Neil Robertson is capable of. It's just a question of whether he can bring it out now that he finds himself in a spot of bother in this match. Highest break tonight, still only 46.
Yeah, he's got to start scoring.
11.
And it's a good opportunity here. And as long as your opponent needs 2 frames, you've got a little bit of leeway, as you said, and rightly so. Should Selby get to 5, there's only 1 chance he needs. And so as long as Neil Robertson can keep him at 4, then he gives himself a chance. But he's got to start scoring. He's got to win frames in 1 visit, and quickly.
12.
Once again, a little bit on it. Just didn't get enough top on the cue ball, enough arc
19.
to go into the bottom of the pack. Just watch this. Just didn't get enough top spin. Just misses the middle of the pack. It's on the side. And sort of, he still has a shot though with a red.
$20.
It's much better. Nicely cued. Kept lovely and still on the shot. Yeah, that's okay. He's got a red into the right centre, and he's also got this red into the right corner.
27. 28.
Well, so far so good, and this is what he needs to do, isn't it? Get in, kind of speed up his pace of play, get into a nice rhythm, and basically pot everything. That will stop anybody beating him.
35.
When he first came over to the UK, because he had a couple of spells before he settled in Cambridge. He actually lived in Leicester for a while. He knew Mark Selby when they were both teenagers. Had the chance to play other top young players at Willie Thorne's, of course.
43.
He said he didn't think much of the climate, having come from Australia. The British winters were a bit of a wake-up call.
$44.
It's great, though, this year he went back to Australia to pick up the Medal of the Order of Australia. It's essentially sort of the MBE, as it were. And quite right, you know, what an incredible set of achievements. Been
51.
on the other side of the world, away from his family, last couple of decades. What a career he's had, and that pride, I'm sure, will come through here. You know, he will come out on the front foot, determined to turn this round.
Yeah, he's been a wonderful ambassador, hasn't he? Carried the mantle of world champion. Great pride.
$52.
Now, he's got to go in and out of ball care. Lots of top spin. Void at the ball colours. Has he got the pace to get back around for this red into the left centre? Needs to go a little bit more. It's not too bad.
57.
He's okay. One of the greatest exponents of that particular type of shot. Yeah, well, you saw it. Didn't go into the
58.
middle of the pocket. Had it have done, he would have been on this black into the left corner instead of into the left centre. And this is missable. And he's not past the winning line yet. So there's a bit of pressure on this black should he take it on. That's why he's having a look at the scoreboard. It's not straightforward, this, you see, from the angle. It's missable. And he's going to be leaving a red. Should he miss it? Now is it in? Is it going to stay on line? It looks good. Very good. Excellent shot.
Well, the second really good recovery pot. We had the
65.
long red earlier to this right corner. And now the black to middle. So red and the black.
66.
And he not only will have pulled one back, he'll have done it in style in one visit.
Yeah, it's just contemplating, does he go into the pack of reds or does he play for that loose one into the middle? He's playing for the loose one. That was the important one. Acknowledged by the crowd.
73.
And this would stop if he gets it. Stop his opponent, come back to the table. So good
74.
reply from Neil Robertson.
Certainly no way back now, and very few players like a century as much as Neil Robertson.
80.
So he'll be going all out to make one here. He's had 3 in the tournament already.
81. $88. 89. $96. 97.
Well, he was looking for something and emphatically found it here. Yeah, terrific break. Because he was in big trouble. He was struggling to find his best game, but
103.
it's not too late. And this could be the start of a sustained recovery.
104.
Well, the black stays out, but he made the century, 104. Neil Robertson,
104.
a much-needed frame. But it's not just that, it's how he won it. Selby's lead is reduced. So still a possible 5 frames to play tonight. Neil Robertson having won that 6th frame with a break of 104. Average shot time in the break, just 20 seconds. So he did quicken up. It's what he said right at the start, wasn't it, in his interviews? It needs to be aggressive against Selby, try and play his natural game. It's not always easy. But, of course, Selby did leave him that chance right at the start of the frame. And he took it very nicely indeed. 28th century of the season.
Yeah, and of course it came from Mike Selby's break-off, which we really annoy him as well. Now, can he come back here, trying to have a look. If he takes on this long red, can he get on the black? Just off straight, so he could bounce the cue ball off the cushion. Ah, that's very good. Excellent. Certainly potting some great long shots tonight, Max Selby. Important ones. Oh, that red's gone in the middle, is it? Oh. It was close. But he's okay. And nicely on this red into the corner.
Max Selby, 8.
Well, where did that come from? It was probably as bad as his cue tonight, that shot.
Yeah, and even though he didn't leave Robertson in, Neil Robertson must look at that and think, okay, well, maybe I'm just starting to get to him a little bit after that last frame. That little bit of pressure applied. He's still in trouble, 4-2 down, but it's how he won the frame. Just needed one chance.
Oh, I think a little bit of a slack shot there from Neil Robertson. He shouldn't have left this red. Okay, certainly not without difficulty, but the red that's over the middle sort of makes this pot a little bit easier because it's a bigger pocket now. So even if he misses on the high side, it could go in off the red. But he shouldn't have been on this red in the first place. Can he? Can he make it? No, that's on the near side. Long way away. And he may have left the red that's closest in the middle. A little bit of sign of nerves there from Mark Selby on both of those shots. He's looking at a possible shot here. If he can't pot the red directly, he may have to play a little billiard shot. So hit the red to the right of the red that's over the hole and then play a little cannon and knock the red in. Lovely shot. Lovely shot.
One.
Well, that is a
6.
tremendous positional shot from Neil Robertson. Inch perfect.
Seven.
Well, of all the places and all
12.
the tables in all the world, he had to land there. Such a bad mistake. I just wanted to miss the yellow. But he could have played it with a bit more pace. Send a break. Chance gone.
Following a miss. Neil Robertson, 12. Mark Selby, 4.
Selby coming round to see if there's a plant on. And if there is, that could be a big mistake.
Of course, he was world pool champion 1 year, Mark Selby. 8-ball pool, so he certainly knows all about plants. This can be made. It's not dead set, but it certainly can be made. Reds will go everywhere, though. He has to get it. No, too much.
Well, this is the sort of ball Neil Robertson often knocks in, but let's see how he's feeling after his last visit. Oh, well, he has knocked it in, just not in the pocket he was intending. Well, it's one of those frames, isn't it? Things are starting to happen. That could be a massive bit of luck, actually. Then again, maybe not.
4.
He's late great compatriot Eddie Charlton, Australian. He wanted Fluke's banned, didn't he? But I'm not quite sure how you would legislate for that, really. That's having to nominate your pocket every time. He wasn't exactly known for sort of his flair, was he? His nickname was Steady, after all.
Neil Robertson, 4.
Yeah, what a character he was. Steady Eddie Charlton. First professional I played as a young kid back in Dublin, and then the first professional I played on TV as well. Didn't like it when he called me a lucky so-and-so as I passed by him, going back to my chair.
Yeah, and I bet he didn't say so-and-so either. Anyway, this frame, I mean, they're all big, obviously, but because of what's been happening, both players starting to feel it a little bit. These two, between them, have won 77 professional titles, so they're not interested in just getting to semi-finals. That's no good to them. You know, they want to be there for the title match tomorrow, taking on the world #1, Judd Trump.
He's picked out a nice one there. Now, does he play the roll up or does he take the pink on? I don't think he's going to get much advantage from this here, because unless it's touching the brown, which it's not,
Neil Robertson, 1.
can't really gain much of an advantage there. He didn't look at the pink. He's such a good long putter. It was an opportunity for him. I mean, this is straightforward bread and butter, you would feel, for Mark Selby just to nestle into the pack here. Could be touching ball, maybe. No.
One.
Very good. He had to pot himself out of trouble there. There was no attempt to try and play for the black. Just, you see, the cue ball was going towards the pocket anyway. So just pot the red and
Bramble.
try and play a good safety shot here now for Max Selby.
Mark Selby. One.
It's not great. Are these three reds lined up? Big gap between the two that are close together, and the next red may go towards this corner pocket where you can turn it into a plan. But it's a free shot. Big crowd in tonight, supporting. I suppose a lot of support for Mark Selby. Being from Leicester, with a lot of Neil Robertson supporters in the house as well. Speaking to a few people outside there, a couple coming all the way from Spain, Madrid, and from Germany. Yeah, another good shot from Mark Selby. Excellent weight of cue ball tied to that ball cushion. Makes this shot a little bit more difficult for Neil Robertson.
It's the thing with Selby, you know, whatever the position in the match, whether he's in front, behind, whatever, he's always going to be thinking. He's always going to be thinking about what's the best shot I can play in this moment. Not just get the cue ball back to baulk any old how. Where can I put it that's going to try and force the error? It's one of the challenges playing him. Robertson, though, has got himself out of trouble superbly.
Yeah, very good return and acknowledged by Mark Selby. Both players trying to hide the cue ball behind the yellow. And once again, Mark, I'm sure, will try and get the cue ball over that side of the table. May try and swing it. 4 cushions. Yeah, this looks pretty good as well. Can he get it behind the yellow this time? Almost.
You could sort of feel him willing that cue ball, couldn't you? To keep running in behind that green to cut off the red down the right-hand side, and it did. So a bit of a standoff here, nothing potted for 6 minutes in this frame.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson. 4.
Well, Neil Robertson will come and have a look at this. He has a long straight red into this corner pocket. Will he put him back in, or will he take the red on? And he's such a great long potter. It'd be very hard for him to refuse this red. A long way away. Trying to screw it all the way back into ball. That makes it a little bit more difficult, where he could have just played for the pink.
Well, it's the longest frame of the night so far.
Super shot.
1.
And he's on the brown. Great pot this, right in the middle of the pocket. Great sound hitting the leather. Now can he pot this brown? Miss the yellow and get back up for the reds. Well, I tell you what, he'll settle for that. What the result? Wow.
5.
Nice piece of luck that, because that cue ball could have ended up staying in the bulk area and being on nothing. But nice bit of luck. luck there for Mark Selby now. Can he take advantage of it?
6. Yeah.
Well, he's not missed a pot with the rest in the whole tournament. 22 out of 22. Of course, every shot is different. But his 100% rate continues. Still some work to do here because red's on cushions, but can certainly get a useful lead going in this
13.
frame.
Well,
he has an angle. I'm just wondering, will he try and bring one red into play here? Maybe not. The red that's closest to the left-hand side cushion on the left middle, he could play a little cannon on that and develop that red, but he may just want to, he's never certain to be on the colour. He may just want to just play for pink or black here and just collect some points.
20.
That's exactly what he's done. Problem, of course, is that he's going to need maybe 2 of those reds there, sort of in a safe place at the moment, the left-hand side of the table. Got to leave himself any sort of a pot on that red, right of the black.
Yep. 26. Top. 27.
Yeah, good pot. We've still got a bit of work to do. He's on this red.
33.
But it's not a great angle. Almost straight. It's going to be difficult to get the cue ball out for a colour here.
34. Mark Selby, 34.
Yeah, it's just tougher to keep going. But as I say, he's got himself a useful lead, 26 points.
One.
Can't develop any of these safe reds from the blue, so you may just select pot the blue and maybe leave a double on the red. So he's going to have a attempt at the double here. Doesn't have to. I mean, it's a big target to hide the cue ball behind the ball colours. But the double is a possibility. Yeah, no, he avoided it. Just tried to play a good safety shot.
Neil Robertson, 6.
Well, comfortably the longest frame of the match, 28.5 minutes, and such a difference, 5-2 or 4-3.
Not a great safety shot from Neil Robertson. So imperative to get the object ball safe there, and it's not. This red is cuttable. He's overcut it.
So we're just ticking past the half-hour mark. It's only the 5th frame of the tournament, actually, that's gone on for longer than half an hour. And it's the 3rd that features Mark Selby. Not that we're pointing the finger, but it's just a fact.
One.
Listen, he'll be there as long as it takes. This is a big, big frame, isn't it? It's been nip and tuck, it's been hard going, but crucially, he's in front.
Yeah, the question is now, what does he do? Does he try and put a colour safe, or does he just nestle up behind the black?
Mark Selby.
There's your answer. Sometimes a little bit difficult to judge when you're that close to the cushion trying to get out of a snooker. Yeah.
Foul and a miss.
Sometimes it may
Mark
take
Selby
a couple
four.
of goes just to gauge the angle.
So fine. Mark.
This time.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, he's looking to see. Maybe he can hide that cue ball in behind the blue here. Not easy to judge. Like to try and hit the red off the black, leave the red safe. Get that cue ball behind green and brown. He's got it safe, but a little bit short of pace. But it is a big target, that green and brown there. Now can Neil find the right angle? May only take one good safety shot here to create an opportunity. Prioritising keeping the red safe, but he could be in a lot of trouble here when he comes back to the table. Mike Selby, Neil Robertson can hide this cue ball behind the yellow. No. Just tried to use brown and green as the blocking balls, and it's not too bad. He's got a snooker. I'm looking right down the line. He cannot see this red.
So 2 hours playing time, and we reached a crucial juncture for sure.
Well, that is such a good shot. It was so good. Judged it perfectly.
Yeah, this is why he's the best, isn't he, at escaping snookers? It's not just hitting the ball. It's hitting it in such a way, as in with that shot, that he got safe.
I wonder, is this double on into the left corner with this red? Might go close. Oh, it did go close. And has he got the second part of the equation? He has. What a shot. That's exactly what he played. That wasn't lucky. He knew exactly where that cue ball was going. Well, this is certainly very difficult.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson, 4.
Yeah, not a bad attempt.
Yep.
Yeah, that red is not cuttable, so it'll go back. It just has to slightly adjust.
Lost his mark. Yeah, yeah. So. Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson, 4.
I guess one difference it does make is that Selby will now need the yellow. First things first, though, he needs to hit this, and crucially, of course, not leave it on.
This looks better. Oh. He bows his head, he's left it on. Okay, certainly not easy, but he can play it for the middle pocket, and he's got to fully commit here. Play, I would feel probably the pink is probably the best baller, because the pink would be easier from pink to yellow. Oh, he might go in off. It might go in. Oh.
1.
Oh.
Neil Robertson, 1.
Well, there were 9 minutes on that red, and now the battle moves to the yellow. 16 the lead for Selby.
He's reluctant. I mean, the straightforward way of escaping is this top cushion just right of the black spot, side cushion, and try and nestle on the yellow. He's afraid to knock it into a potable position. It's all about the weight here. He's got to almost just land on it. It looks a good pace. Looks very, very good. What a shot. What a shot. Wasn't so hard hitting the yellow, but it was hitting the yellow and not leaving a pot on.
Well, Robertson doing a good job here of keeping Mark Selby well and truly on the back foot. He was, I guess, kind of in control of the frame Selby earlier when he was in front and in the balls, but every time he comes to the table now, he seems to be snookered.
Well, have a look at this. You see some shots, don't you, on a snooker table? It's amazing, no matter how talented, how good these players are, you can't beat a bit of luck, particularly when you need it. You'll settle for that.
Well, it's run closer to the middle than Robertson would have intended for sure. Every ball off its spot. Yeah, it's such an acute angle into that middle. They've had some battles, these two. Remember the semi-final at the World Championship 2014 that Selby won 17-15. He was absolutely exhausted the first day of the final against Ronnie O'Sullivan, but clung on and, of course, played his best snooker on the second day to win his first world title. Well, again, that was a chance, but I guess it's just harder to take them when there's been so much safety and the pressure and tension has come to bear in this frame. Understandably, it's such a big difference between 5-2 and 4-3.
this time. It's a bit of bad luck. Now a chance for Mark Selby. Can he pot the yellow and avoid? If he comes up the right-hand side of the table, he's got to avoid that blue and black. No problem down the left-hand side of the table. Oh, it's too much. Too much. It could be snookered, is he?
2.
No. He's on the green, but now he is 24 out of 24 this week with the rest. Oh, he's not going to use the rest, is he? Can he reach it? Maybe he can. He's well over 6 foot, Mark Selby, so that little bit of the extension on the end of the cue, it just changes the dynamics of the cue, and you have to gauge that. Big shot this. If green goes in, he's sure to be on the brown.
Five.
Well, as the brown past the black, it does. 21 points in the lead. This brown for a 5-2 lead.
And he hasn't potted it. Wow. Well, the longest
That's
frame of the
75.
tournament, the biggest frame of this match, and still to be resolved. And if Selby doesn't win it now, even he's going to struggle to recover from that. It was in his hands.
He needs cover on the black. Has he got cover? Is there a gap between the black and the blue? There is. He's on the brown. No. Wow. So both players feeling it a little bit out here. Inject a lot of pace in the cue ball. It made it a bit more difficult. So can he steady himself here, Mark Selby?
Second chance to pot frame ball. Oh, wow. Well, these are two of the greats of the game, but when the pressure comes on, they're only human. So Robertson needs the lot.
Yeah, he's just got to careful if he plays it with topspin. He's got to avoid the right centre pocket. It's close.
4.
Still not ideal. He's nicely on the blue, but pink to black is going to be the big shot. Anywhere but straight on this pink, and he should be okay. He's got a nice angle. Just pot the pink. He has to be on the black. Big shot.
I just wonder if he wins the frame, are we going to see one of his famous celebrations? Got to pop this one first. And he hasn't. Or has he? Or has he? Oh, wow. What a moment that is. He flukes the pink,
15.
holds up his hand. Still got to pop this black, but what a bit of luck that was.
Well, this is incredible, isn't it? He potted a red, very similar earlier on. When he missed it into the yellow, went into the green pocket.
51 and a half minutes. It comes down to the last ball. And Neil Robertson doesn't get close to it.
Neil Robertson, 15.
What a frame this is.
This is incredible. It really is. Wasn't near the pocket with that. He hasn't left anything easy here for Mark Selby.
Well, all the centuries we see, but these are the frames that really sort out the men from the boys.
Yeah, you can't beat a black ball finish. He's taken the black on.
It looked good, didn't it? It looked good. And at least the finish is good in terms of he's not left it, but this was looking in, Ken.
It looked in all the way, didn't it? Look at that. And you can't beat the oohs and the ahs from the crowd either. Adds to the drama, excitement, tension, and nervousness from both players. Good shot from Neil Robertson. Great atmosphere in here tonight.
Yeah, this is nail-biting stuff for everybody. Such a big moment in the match as well.
He's got a straightforward safety shot. He's played it nicely. But I'm sure Max Selby will be playing the same type of shot. Knock the black to the right-hand side cushion. Cue ball going towards the left-hand side cushion. Be careful. Yeah, played it well. As he, I wonder will Neil attempt possible double into the corner pocket, cue ball back up into the bulk area. Watch the left corner here. No. Played a good safety though.
Mark Selby's still thinking about that black that he thought he'd got to the yellow pocket. You know, there's been talk about generous pockets, but that one, it looked like he should have gone in and didn't.
Probably thinking about the fluke pink as well. That's all he could do, Neil Robertson. But a chance here for Mark Selby to get a bit of distance between cue ball and the black. Got to just avoid the right centre pocket with the black and try and leave it right in the middle of the ball cushion. And hopefully as close to the ball cushion as possible. Needs to go a little bit more, but that's pretty good. He'll be happy with that.
56 minutes now. This frame, it's like a match within a match.
Yeah, for all the centuries and great breaks that we've seen over the week, and there has been a lot. We haven't seen a frame like this. It goes down to the black and such drama and tension. Yes, you can't beat frames like this. He's gone for the double with a bit of safety in mind. Played it well. These frames are not only a battle of skill, but a battle of wits as well, trying to outmaneuver each other. Just to try and get a chance at this black cat and mouse at the moment. Neither player given an inch.
Yeah, it would be a body blow, obviously, for Selby to lose it. He's had chances to win it, but of course, if Robertson loses it, then he's got to win the last four to win the match. So whoever does lose it, it's a real body blow. Such effort has been put in over the last hour by both.
Well, we would have to say slight advantage now has changed over to Neil Robertson. His turn to try and get a bit of separation between cue ball and the black once again. Try and knock that black into the middle of the ball cushion. Keep this cue ball tight. They're playing such good shots here because that, even that shot there, not leaving the double to the middle pocket. Yeah, good shot. A lot of distance between both balls. This needs to go. He's okay. Played that well.
So, past the hour mark for the frame. They've been 9 minutes on this black. There's been some good stuff played, hasn't there, here, by both. You know, after all the nerves and all the tension, they're really both thinking well and executing the shots well.
Yeah, once again, very good return of safety from Mark Selby. Has not left the double into the middle. Yeah, Robertson may just play containing shot here, just get the black safe into the middle of that ball cushion again. He's played it very well. Really is fascinating duel, this on the black. Who's going to balk first? Another very good return from Mark Selby.
Yeah, I mean, either one of them, I think, is going to have to sort of bungle a safety, aren't they, to leave any sort of chance here. Hasn't happened yet.
This is a bit short. The first time either player has had a look at this black and this little sort of battle of wits. And if we remember, he had a black into the pocket earlier. Just almost went in. He thought it was in when he hit it. This is a lot tougher.
Well, now Neil Robertson gets his first chance at the black to bring the curtain down on this amazing frame. 63 minutes. This is to keep him well and truly in it at just 4-3. Oh, and he got close as well. He got as close as Selby did to the yellow pocket, but now Mark Selby has the black near the pocket. So after all that, this is for 5-2. What an incredible frame. There's the cheer from the Leicester faithful. They both had a dart at the black after an amazing safety battle. And it's Mark Selby who knocks it in to lead 5 to win that 63.5-minute frame.
It's the 8th frame.
There were 28 shots played
Mark
on the
Selby
black.
to break.
There's some great safety. And the actual time spent on the black was longer than 2 of the frames in the match itself. It all means Selby leads 5-2 and needs one more to take on Judd Trump in tomorrow's final. Yeah, now Robertson got very close to his attempt, but of course because he got close, the black stayed near the pocket and we saw Selby knocked it in. I suppose, Ken, from Neil Robertson's perspective, it's bad enough to lose a frame like that, but it's the scoreline in the match as well. It's a sort of double whammy.
Yeah, and it was a great chance, and it could have been a huge turning point for Neil Robertson. Had he have won that frame, it would have really put severe pressure under his opponent. But he's got good history against top players coming back from big deficits, Neil Robertson. Has he left it? I think he has. Mike Selby having a look. I think he can pot that.
Not to be. So Neil Robertson does get an early opportunity here to get back to playing the sort of snooker he likes to play, which is
1.
making the big breaks. Of course, he made a century in that 6th frame, 104. Well, is he on this red? His body language isn't great, and that camera angle isn't great for him either.
Yeah, that last positional shot really annoy Neil Robertson. Such a big margin of error there. Plenty of space to put that cue ball. He is looking at a possible plant, but this is highly risky. Don't know whether he can try a little swerve around that pink. Try and pot the red. It'll be a big swerve. A little bit of left-hand side, just avoid the pink. He could still pot this red. I think that plant is very risky. No. Maybe just a safety shot then.
Neil Robertson 8.
Well, that ran a little closer to that pocket than Selby intended. It's made this a little awkward for Robertson. If Judd Trump's watching, I'm sure he wouldn't mind a comeback, regardless of who wins, because it could be a late finish if that's the case. Certainly if we have any more frames like the last one. Either way, it's going to be a terrific final. I mean, there's not been many finals, actually, between Trump and Selby. Of course, Trump-Robertson in this event, 2019, about 8 centuries made. changed things a little because now a lot of reds have come into play. Just raises the stakes a little.
Another good one. Knocked the red over this left corner. And you can see it, and he could hold for pink or black here, so. Yeah, Neil Robertson probably still contemplating that black he missed. That was his chance. Perfectly played. Nicely on the pink. If he overran it for the black, pink into the middle it's going to be. And as you said, they've plenty of reds available.
Seven.
Well, it's a major chance for sure to get this one.
8.
And of course, if he does reach the final, it will continue the pattern. We're guaranteed a champion who hasn't won a tournament this season. And that's been the case in every event. It just shows you how unpredictable snooker is right now, and also just how many players are capable in any given week of coming to the fore.
$16. $23. $24.
Well, if he was up in the practice room, he possibly throw the reds out, very similar to the way they are situated now. It's all a matter of just keeping a good control of the cue ball and, of course, his composure. He's got plenty of options. He just screws the cue ball back off this left-hand side cushion. He'll have a choice of reds into the right centre pocket. That's okay. You can
31.
have a choice of playing back for black here.
Yep. 32.
Cue ball again. Clean. Probably nothing on it, but just to take a little breather. This time he's just trying to work out a little pattern for himself of how he's going to go about this break. Might play for the red just below the black here into the same pocket.
$39. $40.
If he does win it at this visit, it really underlines what a great all-round player he is. The fact he can duke it out for an hour and win a black ball frame and then step in and win the next one in one visit. He hasn't done that yet, but it's a great chance.
47. $48.
I think Mark Selby plays every frame like it's the most important frame he's ever played, and that is why he's so hard to beat.
Yeah, and he's blessed with a wonderful temperament.
53.
Served him so well over the years. Able to produce his best under extreme pressure.
Thanks. 54.
So 53 the lead with this black. Going to need a couple more reds
61.
here.
Well, he's not on the pink. He is on the blue and the black. He's playing for pink there, so this is virtually match ball. So there's going to be pressure on it. Black it is. Gonna need a little extension at the bottom of the cue. And a little stretch. It's very easy to flick a little bit of unwanted side on this. Could veer the black offline, so big shot. But if he gets it, well, he should be in the final.
Plot
Mike
twist.
Selby.
And he's
62.
annoyed. Not least because all the reds are potable here. So there's a chance for the clearance. The match was kind of petering out, wasn't it? Sure, Neil Robertson was fearing the worst. 54 behind, 67 available. As I say, nothing really safe.
One.
Sometimes can be a little bit tricky to judge. Just a cue ball away from the black in the pocket here. Just try and get on one of these reds into left or right centre pocket. Yeah, that's okay.
8. Nine.
Oh, that's not the kiss he wanted
15.
on that red. So, it's got a more difficult red into the right centre. Can still pot this. Oh, such an acute angle. Very missable as well.
Neil Robertson, 15.
So no clearance, but frame still anyone's. 39 the difference, 51 on. It's not going to be as long as the last frame, but it could end up being maybe just as dramatic.
Well, you saw the hand going up. Apologetically, didn't mean to hit it on the left-hand side, but he'll certainly take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all part of it, isn't it? We saw Robertson, of course, flute the pink in the last frame. Looked like it might have won in the frame. But in frames like this, it's less about the points difference and more about where the balls are. You know, if the brown was nailed to the cushion, then obviously Selby would be a big favourite, but it could be Robertson just needs one more opportunity to keep this match alive. And as I say, when Selby was in on 62, it looked over. Well, a couple of kisses were golden, actually. That red could have been very near the green pocket.
Possible double, is it? You always got to be careful. You're never quite sure where the red is going to go if you miss it, but it's gone safe-ish. Possible red available, but Neil may look at taking this red off the side cushion, bring that into open play. Does have a chance of a pot, though, up into the yellow pocket.
Just see Joe Perry in the background there. He looks exhausted by it all. And he's just watching. Of course, he's in Neil's corner. I'm sure when he retired, he thought, great, you know, no more sort of nerve-shredding evenings at the snooker. But here he is, supporting his pal.
Yeah. One of the great strengths of Neil Robertson's game, of course. The long ball. Scoring. Fantastic, that pot. He's given himself a chance. Okay, that red is
4.
safe on the left-hand side, but needs a nice angle. If you can get on the blue here, Might be able to dislodge it.
5.
Oh, he was too far. But that's not good. Now, will he look at the double? It might be his only chance. So difficult now to disturb the red from the cushion.
Ten.
Cue ball finished on top of the pink isn't great. And of course, now the scenario, as he knows, is that Selby only needs this red for victory.
Neil Robertson, 10.
Well, he has a chance here, Mark Selby. If he can push the red to the left-hand side, just past yellow and brown, and push the cue ball over towards the green, could get a snooker here. Delicate little shot. Well, he's gone the other way. Similar outcome, though, and he's played it very nicely. It was a big target, that yellow and brown. He's got to be lucky if he doesn't leave this. I think he's going to get lucky again, is he? Wow. That was very fortunate indeed.
Yeah, I mean, he was out of the tournament, basically, and he left it.
Clever little shot. Can he hide this cue ball down behind pink and blue? No. And he's given Max Selby a chance. Okay, not an easy one. Does he take it on?
Well, he's weighed it up. He's had another look at the scoreboard. He knows he needs the red, and Robertson needs snookers. Just didn't fancy it.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson. 4. Yep. Please Tatiana.
Well, back we go. Marcel Eckhart, the referee in charge, Tatiana Wollaston helping him out on the marker's desk.
May I just ask to step inside, please?
Just quarter of the ball towards the cushion. Touch back to me. That's it.
Just have a look for me, please. This way, is it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, he's playing it a different way. Yeah, I mean, the only real difference it's made is that Selby will now need red and colour, not just the red. 25 the lead. And now we go past the half-hour mark after the 63.5-minute 7th frame. Lisa, we had the afternoon off, so we can't complain. It's been good stuff, this.
Max Selby coming around, having a look at the red. Can he possibly double this red, miss the green? Red going close to that yellow pocket. He's got to avoid the green. If he hits the green, he may leave the red on. Yeah. But look at the cue ball. It's a good line, and he's got the green safe as well. Very good.
Great response, though, from Robertson. Two real warriors, aren't they, these two? Just so mentally tough out there. All the competing emotions and the way things can change with any one shot. Both managing to stay somehow level-headed.
Well, he's going to take this on. He took it on. An element of safety with it, as you can see where the cue ball finished. But he's got a slight advantage now, Max Selby. He's got a little bit of insurance with that green, being in a safe position. And he has another chance here. That little kiss on the blue has afforded Max Selby possible pot of this red into the yellow pocket. Cue ball coming back down the table towards the black. This time a little short. The cue ball. Now, again, he's a chance of a double here. The red into the middle pocket.
Well, Mark Selby needs red and colour. Can he find one good piece of cueing here? Decided not to play it. Just keeping the pressure on. Neil Robertson, he's got him in a snooker.
Yeah, it was a clever shot, wasn't it? I mean, it was an easier snooker than it was a pot, and that's why he chose the former. Now he's got his opponent in a bit of a quandary here. Needs a bit of luck once, and obviously to hit it. You never know where it's going to go, and it looks like, well, this is his chance. So that was the right decision, his last shot, Mark Selby.
One.
The man is just granite, isn't he? So this is effectively match ball. Would like this yellow in.
6.
It's one snooker to tie at the moment. Well, since the
8.
Champion of Champions came onto the calendar in 2013, only 2 players have played in every single edition of it.
Mark
Judd
Selby.
Trump
8.
and Mark Selby. And barring snookers, that will be our final on Sunday.
Yeah, what a final to look forward to. Yeah, Robertson put up a really great fight. I think just lost his chance with that frame that went over the yard. He had the chance of the black into the middle pocket. Would have closed the deficit to 4-3. But hats off to Mark Selby. As you said, he really is made of granite, steel, wonderful attributes to get himself over the line. 2 snookers required, of course. All 5 colours, only to tie. So, tall order, particularly against a man like Selby, who's so good at laying snookers, but also getting out of them. That's not bad.
Wow. The cue ball just kept running and Mark Selby leading the applause.
Yeah, judged to perfection. Look at the cue ball here. Brilliant shot. He's got to be careful here because not only trying to escape from the snooker, but if he misses it, he doesn't want to leave a free ball. No.
Foul.
And
Neil
look
Robertson.
at this. It's not a bad position here for Neil Robertson. He can try and hide the cue ball behind the brown, knock the green. Down the table. Really. Well, it's a snooker, but you sort of would have preferred that cue ball tight to the brown, so that would have stopped Mark just playing off one cushion for an escape here.
Well, he's given himself some hope. 1 4-point snooker needed now to tie. And who knows, down the road there could be a respot coming.
I think there's enough room to be able to pot this green. Yeah, there it is.
Free.
32 the difference. 22 remaining. There may be a handshake after this shot.
Mark Selby. Free.
Well, it's not looking too promising, is it, for Neil Robertson? He's in one himself. And he needs 3. And that surely is that. What a battle. Mark Selby won a 63.5-minute frame on the black. He's just won a 45-minute frame to get the job done, and to the delight of his hometown supporters here in Leicester.